Another phrase that's used is we're in this together. We're stronger together. Mayor Lehman each day does a little report, and his phrase is stay strong, Barry. Another phrase, we're together at home. And so, this idea that, yeah, we need to stick together, that we are all in this together. And we see many, many things that remind us of our shared humanity and things that help us connect. And you see pictures of people singing and dancing in the streets, and and big signs thanking essential workers, and people clapping, and drive-by things where people are honking their horns, and the Canadian Forces snowbirds doing a flyby across the country as much as they were able to, weather permitting. So many different things that are we're trying to encourage one another and to say yes, this is happening to all of us. One of the phrases that I have been using, but I'm careful in how I use it now, is the one that says, "We're all in the same boat." Someone has pointed out, and rightly so, that it should actually read, "We're all in the same storm, but we're not all in the same boat." And there's a very interesting reading. It's kind of lengthy, so no time to read that now. But it shows that for some people, this time is just sort of an interruption, and they're kind of taking up some new hobbies and catching up on some reading, and just a bit of a inconvenience, but not a big deal. But for other people, this is devastating. People have lost loved ones. People have lost their jobs and may or may not get them back. Some businesses will be lost, closed up. Just a huge financial impact in the economy. Just so many things. Those who were already sick, for example, and not and waiting for surgery, couldn't have it. People with anxiety and depression, and mental health issues that just are just really increased by this. And so, yeah, so I've tried to be really careful with that and say, okay, no, we're actually not all in the same boat, which is a phrase that we, use different times, but we are in the same storm. Of course, I'm reminded of the story of Jesus and the disciples, and being caught in the storm. And this is recorded in Matthew, Mark, and Luke in the Gospels. In Luke chapter 8, starting at verse 22, one day Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's go over to the other side of the lake." So they got into a boat and set out. As they sailed, he fell asleep. A squall came down on the lake, so that the boat was being swamped, and they were in great danger. The disciples went and woke him, saying, "Master, Master, we're going to drown." He got up and rebuked the wind and the raging waters. The storm subsided, and all was calm. "Where is your faith?" he asked his disciples. In fear and amazement, they asked one another, "Who is this? He commands even the winds and the water, and they obey him." So, yes, we're all in the same storm. Now, in the case of Jesus and the disciples, they were in the same storm, they were in the same boat, but they had a different perspective. Jesus, of course, had his own perspective and was able to fall asleep. He knew, that things would be okay, but the disciples didn't know that. And so that's the way it is for us. William Barclay has said that the meaning of the story is far greater than the physical storm. It means that in the presence of Jesus, the most terrible of tempests turn to peace. In every storm that shakes the human heart, there is peace with Jesus Christ. When the storms of life shake our souls, Jesus Christ is there. And in his presence, the raging of the storm turns to the peace that no storm can ever take away. And I'm reminded too of the song from our Salvation Army songbook. "Oh, the peace my Savior gives, peace I never knew before, and my way has brighter grown since I've learned to trust him more." And the third verse, and it's song 887 if you're looking it up. "Now I'm trusting every moment, nothing less can be enough, and my Savior bears me gently o'er the places once so rough. Oh, the peace my Savior gives, peace I never knew before." May you have his peace today in the storm that you are facing. God bless you.